I'm Kerry Kinsey for a new domain at CES 2014, and well, look at this. We've got an AR, Oren Schauble with TrackingPoint. What are you doing with that?
I'm here explaining how the world's smart rifles work. So I can break it down for you if you'd like.
Let's do it.
All right, so right here you have the TrackingPoint AR series. This is the second smart rifle that TrackingPoint has ever produced. The first was bolt action, but this, as you mentioned, is a semi-auto, or casually called an AR platform. Basically, what separates this from a normal firearm is three main things. The first is on top of here, we have a ballistic computer powered by Linux inside a network tracking scope. So what that means is a laser rangefinder shoots out of this, updates 60 times per second, and gives information to the ballistic computer that calculates all the things that make long distance shooting hard. So for instance, if you actually just went out and tried to shoot 500 to 1,000 yards, it's significantly harder than anyone might think, because you have things like temperature, pressure, even the curvature of the earth playing into how that shooting experience goes. So our ballistic computer calculates for that and actually solves a lot of those calculations for you. The second part that makes things more interesting with this firearm is Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi from within the scope actually can stream video to your phone or to your tablet. So if you're hunting with your son, you can see the animal that he's looking at, and you can be like, oh, that's the buck you should take, or this is where you should shoot, etc. So it becomes a tool for training and for guides and hunters, and also for military or law enforcement applications. In addition, that Wi-Fi means that I can calibrate this scope from my phone, I can download photo and video that get taken, and kind of adds a lot more possibility to the equation. The last element that kind of really makes it interesting is the guided trigger and the tag button. So most actual shots that get missed are because of human error, because of trigger jerk, incorrect breathing, improper form. So what we've done is attempted to minimize this, and it's worked very well by introducing, I guess how you describe as lock and launch technology, like a fighter jet, into the trigger system. So basically you would find the place you want to shoot and hit your tag button, and a tag will stay on your target. So if it's an animal, for instance, you tag a deer, the target, that this tag button will actually stay in the scope on that deer up to 10 miles an hour as it moves. So then what I do is I pull and hold down the trigger, and it arms the system, essentially. So when I pull that trigger, now the system is ready to fire. A red X shows up inside my view. I bring that X back over the tag. The shot gets released at the optimal time with all the calculations to make the shot. So what this means is that with the bolt action, at about 1,000 yards, you can continually make shots no matter how much experience you have after a few minutes of training. And with this AR system, you can do 500 yards, and you can do it rapidly. If you're proficient, it'll take you about 2 seconds to engage a target at long range, which is, as an AR shooter, it's a fantastic advancement.
Wow. Firearms technology. They've got it all here at CES 2014 for a new domain. I'm Kerry Kinsey.